I think somebody sliced this. Or was it because of the laughter? What you're seeing right now is the plantation of watermelon. The thing that we need to understand is that if watermelons are actually growing anywhere, so as you can see in here, if you're going to look at it, the soil in which we just simply planted is not well prepared. We just randomly put the seed in here and it grows. Similarly with some other plantation in here, they're just simply growing wherever we planted it. Of all the watermelons in here, it seems that this is the only plantation with a fully grown leafing system. You will see it later on how productive it is. So it is very important that before you are considering to plant watermelon, see to it that it is well cultivated. Do not just simply plant randomly, that wherever you wanted to plant, then you are going to plant, because you're going to reap in a little bit or in a while the output of your endeavors if you selected the right type of soil and the place where you planted. Of course, you're going to reap its harvest a little bit later. So it is very important that the soil, the condition of the soil, the type of the soil, you already have chosen it. But in here it's just simply like random. There are many garbage in here. It is not also being cultivated because we don't have enough time. So if you guys have space in your area where you can really plant in a backyard, in a huge backyard, that there is no competitor, then you can choose that place and you can plant as much as watermelon that you wanted to. Another consideration that you need to understand in planting watermelon is that the condition of the leaves. So we have to see to it that the leaves are exposed to sunlight where it could receive equal distribution of sunlight, and at the same time the base of the watermelon should receive enough amount of water, because the word in itself, the name in itself requires water. So you really have to pour out plenty or voluminous water on it so that it will continue to grow. And especially in this very extreme environment that you really have to supply voluminous amount of water so that it will grow continuously. So that's one thing that we need to consider. It has to be exposed in sunlight so that it will receive equal amount of sunlight, and at the same time the base of the watermelon receives equal distribution of water. So young unfertilized fruit of watermelon. So this is actually a good sign. It means that the watermelon keeps on producing, keeps on doing their task. And I believe our efforts have paid off already, yeah, in the past, because right now we will be able to witness the increasing size of watermelon. So far this is the biggest. As you can see in here, a month ago I fixed this wood from moringa and I fixed it in the middle. However, as the weight increases and its size increases, it pushes the moringa tree, this wood, to the right. So I think I also pity the moringa tree in here because it seems that it finds it so difficult to carry the burden. It is being pushed to the other side. Yes, it's being pushed to the other side, and we hope that in few weeks we will be able to harvest this, and without any intervention from our neighbors. No one is going to think to take this without our knowledge. Yes, and here we could see that there is a development of new vines from the base of the watermelon. So we hope and see that it will grow healthy and it will give us new fruit. Sometimes I'd like to believe on the sayings of people that whenever you are doing something, for example, there is an illustration that for pregnant woman, as to whom that woman is having an affinity of during the developmental stage of the baby, there seems to be resemblance either to the attitude, either to the physical look. That is why sometimes women, as influenced by their mother-in-law, always have that kind of motivation that you have to think good things, you should have an affinity to like a celebrity look, or people having a celebrity look, so that who knows that in the near future when the baby is going to be born, there's a resemblance to that celebrity with whom that woman have an affinity with during the developmental stage. To women out there, I think you understand what we are talking. It's all about paglilihi in Tagalog, or pangala in Bisaya. And right now, surprisingly, I featured to you before about the other fruit of the watermelon. In here, you can see that there is another fruit. And to support that fruit, we fixed the rope system on both sides. But I think I was so happy looking at this development. I was so happy. And I think that happiness of mine also affects the watermelon fruit itself. As you can observe, it really laughed boisterously. It really laughed boisterously from that side to this side. And I believe the ants already have the benefits of eating the flesh, and of course go ahead in drinking its sweet juice. I think somebody sliced this. Or was it because of the laughter? I think somebody sliced this. Or was it because of the laughter? Because that every time that I saw this watermelon, I laughed. Was it because that I was so happy then when watering it and when seeing it, that it laughed also to a point where it sacrificed its life? Because I believe it's going to get decayed, and it's going to be rotten. But anyway, at least I saw that there is a fruition of our efforts, and that it gives us fruit and gives us the possibility and idea that yes, we can take good care, we can cultivate watermelon in this extreme environment. So therefore guys, if tradition is going to say that whenever you are taking good care of the plants, do not laugh boisterously. But the truth is, I believe the tradition, it's not because of the things that we believed in by oral tradition. The factors contributing to the breakage of this watermelon is the temperature. Yes, it could no longer hold its parts, so it burst. It's like volcano. When it could no longer hold its temperature, so it burst. So we should just count this as our experience, and we just give thanks that uh, it showed us the possibility that we can simply plant watermelon, plant it here and cultivate in here. Another watermelon in here is this. It just fell. Another watermelon fruit. It got rotten now. It fell from the top. Yeah, it's true that it fell. I think its body grows a little bit bigger and it expands. And over the past 4 months, it is climbing in some areas of the garden. You can see it here. You can also see it here. And it spreads up to that very area. But to my surprise, even if in the past 4 months it has been spreading in that particular area, it didn't give us the desirable fruit, the watermelon fruit. We only witness the presence of young fruit like this, but it didn't for sure. I am really very surprised. That's why this is the last warning I am giving to this watermelon. If in the week time he will not be able to show us the desired fruit that we are expecting, then we are going to cut you. You hear me? We are going to cut you, because the vine of the watermelon is fruitless and is useless. You're just simply consuming the water. You don't have any conscience that you didn't give us the desired fruit. You should bear fruit, or else this is the last warning that we are giving to you. You have to bear fruit. That is understandable. Say yes.